I get so much love when I post the cottage that we live in and everything that we've done in 2.5 weeks to really make this place feel like home. So I wanted to share some small changes that you can do or small additions you can do in your home that have a huge impact. I firmly believe you do not need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to furnish and decorate your home. Starting with hardware, this is something I've been super into recently just because I feel like it makes such a big impact. I ended up buying these exact ones for our bathroom and I feel like it just makes it so much sweeter, makes it a lot cuter, feels more like me. I bought some from Knobco on Etsy. I didn't buy these exact ones, but they have hundreds, if not thousands. I ended up getting ones like this for my desk. They're really easy to install, and I feel like going from a plain stainless steel pole to something like this just changes the space so much. This is also from Knobco. They have such a big variety in their styles, so people get really easily intimidated by art and are drawn to places like Home Goods and Target for inexpensive art. I am telling you, you can buy really beautiful art for really great prices. All of these florals were from eBay or auction houses and they were not expensive. Last video I said my mom's florals. I didn't mean that she painted these. My mom has been such a big art collector her entire life and has really collected probably thousands of different paintings throughout the years. Briefly hopped on eBay just to see what was out there, and this is one that I would literally buy right now. It's $19.99 and $11 for shipping. For something that's hand painted and signed, I think it's so special. It doesn't need to be from a famous artist, but someone spent time on this, and I think having something like that in your house that someone really cared about just adds so much. I thought this one was so cute too. If you live somewhere like Nantucket or somewhere coastal where there's hydrangeas and sailboats, this is adorable and it's $50. Obsessed with landscape paintings. My absolute favorite painting that I own is a little landscape that I got at the flea market for $40, and it's just beautiful. This is $8. It's really tiny and the frame is chipped, and I actually really like that. Here's another one. I think this is so cute, especially for the fall, like these really warm tones with a gold frame. Like, love putting something like this in a kitchen. I think there's a misconception that art needs to be something that's painted or photographed or drawn. Anything important to you can be art. I'm an incredibly sentimental person. When I was younger, I used to keep Kit Kat wrappers if someone that I loved had given it to me, and I would put it in a scrapbook. I think it's still in my parents' garage. Like, it was a whole new level of sentimental. It's a post-it note that my dad left for me on my desk at work when he came to visit and I wasn't in the office. I absolutely love it. Like, this is something that's important to me, therefore it adds something to my home. I feel like anyone walking in and seeing that would also really love it. I don't know, love when people frame cards. I love when people frame napkins with something random on them. I just think you can really make anything art as long as it's special to you. These are unframed canvases. I think they're great. This is a painting from Everything But the House. I think I got it for $38. The frame is totally chipped and I really like that. It just feels really well loved. Also, I'm a big fan of having live flowers. These are my wedding flowers, but I go to Trader Joe's on pretty much a weekly basis and I'll pick up maybe 3 or 4 different bunches of flowers. If you have a really narrow bud vase or an antique bottle, you can really stretch those arrangements across tons of different vases. Again, small change, big impact. Next up, chatting bedding and different textures and patterns. I do have all white bedding, but I'm not a fan of all white everything, especially in a bedroom. I feel like you can add a lot of warmth and a lot of depth with different textures and layering. We have these 2 striped pillowcases that are actually from Amazon, but they're such a thick material and they have such a great natural texture. I feel like it adds a lot of warmth to the room. These are natural woven sconces. Again, a lot of texture. Faux fur throw from Amazon, tons of texture. The window, over here with a huge bench. It's 81 inches long. Ended up getting a custom cushion made. It's still in the process, and I chose a fabric from a vendor in India. India does great block prints. It's actually a floral pattern. I'll pop it onto the screen here. Maybe if you saw the floral pattern with the painting, with the raffia on the sconces, with the stripe and the blanket, it might feel like too much, but I feel like when it all comes together, it just feels like me. And I feel like when other people walk into a room, they can understand that as well. Don't be afraid of color. Don't be afraid of texture. Rugs aren't necessarily a small change for a big impact, but they do completely change the room. I've had this rug, I think in 2 or 3 different sizes. It's from Rugs USA. Again, rugs can be thousands of dollars. I get all my rugs from Rugs USA just because I have a dog. I don't know what's gonna happen. This one, I love this one specifically because it's natural jute that's actually sewn with this white fabric. So I feel like it adds a lot of warmth, a lot of depth, lots of texture. I think rugs can be a great color vehicle as well. This is a bestseller from Rugs USA. I think she ordered this and I'm still waiting for it to come. Again, this rug isn't crazy expensive, but I can't wait for it to come. I feel like once it does, my entryway is just gonna feel complete.